Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 12. I just wanted to say before we start this cast, we have unfortunately 2 forfeitures in the tournament, so Frolic is forfeiting and God Hates Weebs is forfeiting. They don't have time. And so that kind of makes Group A and B a little bit easy. Sick IGN and myself advance because we don't have an opponent, and A-Game and Houston advance because they don't have an opponent. Good news for A-Game, you know. It wasn't clear he was going to make it. Anyway, let's jump into this match. Gonna be on Tight End Passage. I kind of forgot this map even existed. Between AreKharak and VoidWarrior here. Saban versus Conef, gonna be pretty fun. Let's check out the info.txt here. See what the pick order was for them. Looks like AreKharak has the faction pick first. VoidWarrior is taking the map here. Tight End Passage. Picks Conef after. So we'll see what the plan is. I always like it when somebody picks the map if they have some kind of a plan in mind. Especially makes sense with these kind of niche map picks, if you will, because there's not usually much reason to play a map like this unless you have something planned for it. I say that just because this is not like a standard map, you know, it's very different than the usual one. So if you want to go for some strong aggression or something like that, you pick sort of a different type of map and you have a plan for it. I always like to see that. And this is VoidWarrior's pick, right? Yeah. So we'll see what he ends up doing here. So far, he's got 4 salvagers on the main base, 1 RU guy, 2 guys mining CU's LDM, I suppose. It's a pretty nice split there. Actually, he's going to make another RU salve, though, so... And even getting fleet cap 45. Well, that's definitely a mistake, but maybe I'll go into that a bit later. For AreKharak, looks like LAV Fab gonna start here, but he too has 8 salvagers here, so gonna be going with some pretty strong economy behind this, but he is building LAVs alright. And Sandskipper Fab gets started for VoidWarrior. Be surprised if this isn't some kind of early game attack, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm saying that because he has fleet cap 45 done already. You're not gonna need that for the early game economy, so unless you're planning on making a lot of military units, we generally would say that's a mistake. And neither player retiring the base runner, by the way. It's become very meta these days to just get rid of that thing, but they both want to keep it, so we'll see what the plan is. Typically, AreKharak has kept the base runner and just kind of guarded it with some LAVs. Which I don't really like, by the way, because if you're not going to attack your opponent, building army seems like kind of a trap there. You're not building eco, and you'll tend to fall behind just passively. We'll see what he does this time, but it seems like it might be the same idea. This extraction zone is really close, so he can definitely do that if he likes. Conef Base Runner has self-heal in this patch, by the way, so he can smoke up here and then bring the skims to defend. This damage won't be permanent, but he really needs to hit that smoke button eventually. Oh gosh, well maybe he doesn't. It doesn't have a very long cooldown though. You should definitely be using that smoke whenever you can. But yeah, Base Runner will definitely extract here for AreKharak, you'd have to think. See if VoidWarrior is able to get one out of his own. But AreKharak is first to the punch here, so if he wants to grab the second one, he'll have the inside track for it there. We'll see if that ends up mattering. Still no tech here for VoidWarrior. I gotta imagine he's floating a bit. Yeah, so... I mean, he could even get like 2 PC at this point. Looks like he's gonna lock in Assault Chip Fab, and it's AVs coming up for AreKharak. So that's good. He wants to match the tech there. But this is a very, very bad engage for the skims here. I get he wants to shepherd the artifact in, but this is not gonna work. He's fighting up the high ground. He doesn't even have the numbers. But there's a blast drone. He didn't use it though. Okay, he needs to pop the smoke then to make sure this thing gets out. But well, it looks like it will extract on its own anyway, so that's alright. Still though, losing a lot of army there, that doesn't feel good. Whoa, it's BC tech. Okay. AreKharak knows what he wants, man. In fact, if we check the units lost tab here, that tells, I think, the whole story, so... 1 artifact, that'll be something. So he's not just completely lost here, but this doesn't look good. Got an idle salve as well, it's a bit awkward. He needs to pull back to the carrier right now, because like he can't take any fights in the midfield. So I see he has a PC building, but that's a long way away. The production tab is just lying to you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, he does have a little bit of high ground here, but this is going to be a very tough fight to take. Well, I say that, he's actually making this look okay. Targeting jammer could be big here for AreKharak, but it doesn't look like he's going to use that anytime soon. Oh yeah, this is perfect timing for it, though. Now, it doesn't end up popping it, but still, it seems like VoidWarrior is going to hold on, but that's kind of not all he's got to do. he needs to get an answer for these BCs, and he needs to get them real quick. So we'll see what he's able to do there. Oh, Discord isn't dead anymore. Okay, I'll have to ping that I'm live after this game, or maybe I can just focus on the LAVs and do it right now. Nobody will care. So we do have some assault chips here for VoidWarrior. You're gonna get the blind anti-air as well. Oh, it's Houston. Aye, it is me. Yeah, assault chips are nice for the LAVs here, but he doesn't have any eco either, so he's kind of just very, very behind, even if nothing particularly dangerous happens. And obviously AreKharak does have BC fab, so keep your eyes on that. This is AreKharak versus VoidWarrior from Group D. And yeah, sorry for the late ping. Discord died or something, so I couldn't get to either. It's nice to see those pings on Discord actually do work though. That's great. Yeah, again, still no ref mode though, right? So the longer this goes on, the further and further behind he's gonna fall. So AreKharak can just build up an army. He doesn't have to engage until his opponent actually wants to, you know, do something. Yeah, definitely you want to be watching this A-game, you know it. This is a really high intensity series, alright? So I do like this move though. Like he's sending this one guy out here to go check. That's damage 1 as well. That's nice. Oh well, damage 1 doesn't help much when you only have one skill, I guess. And yeah, I did see that, Houston. That was funny. I always like a good receiver too meme. You know, this Space Runner might just extract here with a good targeting jammer. These things are free in Jaraci, so always nice to use them if you got them. But looks like he won't even need to. And he's going to be enjoying the power of the Swan battlecruiser right now, actually. It's just come out. Oops. Let's not turn the health bars off there. Let's see how this goes. He's getting SC anti-air as well. That would tell me probably the support cruiser he's building right now wants to come out to the front line here. It's a good idea, because obviously VoidWarrior could have interceptors, but it doesn't look like he's building those. Everything's going to be slow, though, again, because look, he's just finished ref mode, so... Yeah, No Fun was a lot of fun, man, which is funny, because his name would suggest otherwise. We gotta get him back for, JC13. Get him some of that slick prize money, you know he'll get it. This is another window for the targeting jammer here. But this BC is not going to take too much damage to assault ships, of course. Notice the split fire there actually working out really well for him. Dang. Oh, he doesn't have high ground on this last one. But still, the Savon BC definitely making it look pretty easy. What's the CD on it? Oh yeah, wow. 50 seconds is pretty low. I haven't really seen it be very oppressive though. Like, it doesn't seem... Oh, there was one series now, I'm trying to remember where, there was one series where, Marchwadden I think, was fighting against the BCs and they were just healing, so he couldn't get any kills on them. But it didn't ever, other than that, feel like it was very oppressive. So BC's still definitely firing railguns here, not the best at hitting salvagers, as you can see. But they'll make short work of everything, because VoidWarrior chooses to GG there. That's probably good. I think he's kind of washed right now, so. Plus with the carrier showing up, he knows, he sees the writing on the wall. 10-minute win there, not really very easy to, or sorry, not really very hard for VoidWarrior to just kind of get what he wanted there, so. Oh my gosh. AreKharak, not VoidWarrior. Not very hard for AreKharak to get what he wanted there. So I think VoidWarrior is going to need to step it up for game 2 here, see what he can change. And I'll tell you already, it's got to be either attack your opponent or get eco. That's like the #1 thing that I think a new player can learn. And yeah, I agree, A-game. Like in that game, he was No, we're saying in a different game he was playing, I think against AreKharak as well, but I'm not quite sure. I believe AreKharak was playing Sawan in that series too. And he managed to get quite a few base runners out, and Marchwadden just never quite finished the kills on them early, and so they ended up stacking up pretty big. He was floating too, you're right, so... No, I don't think we've had someone change their name for a while, actually. By the way, pick ban looks pretty straightforward here at Sawan Koneth, so no faction changes. AreKharak gonna grab the map this time. And Discara should sure remember some funny battlecruiser business going on Firebase Krill from a Sawan player. So, see what the game plan is for these players. LAV Fab coming out for AreKharak again. This is that typical like 8-up, no sorry 7-up here with the LAVs. So. Oh. Yeah, I got tested 4 times this year. Or, last year, that is. Like, I'd never been sick that much in a year. And each time it was negative. I was like, man, this feels like more than a cold, though. Happens. I never lost my taste. That's how you know. That's how you know it wasn't the Rona. Probe here from AreKharak, he's done this before. Actually, I think sometimes this kind of fakes people out, because looking at coalition builds, if you're gonna go for the LAV spam early, you typically don't have the base runner. And, you know, you don't need the probe because the LAVs can scout. And so when people see the probe, they say, oh, it's SC first, and then they don't build any defense. But seems like definitely a small edge, if there even is one. The thing is, if he's doing the same thing where these LAVs just guard the base runner, against an opponent who plays properly greedy, like just getting rift mode here, which, by the way, probably not good to LDM on RUs when you have them open on the main base. But if your opponent is playing properly against that, you'll just fall very, very far behind, so... 100 plus tests. Okay, yeah, that's true. I've gotten tested a lot being at university. I mean, like, getting tested for symptoms, but that happened 4 times last year. Your nose is violated. I'm always worried I'm actually gonna get a nosebleed out of it, because I get nosebleeds really, really easily. That'd be funny. But, you lost 15 pounds, dang. More salvagers coming off the line here for AreKharak. I think actually before you build the LDM RU salvagers, it's probably time to just grab the support cruiser instead. But his game to play, of course. Gonna grab this artifact here. And he sees the skims. Last time he took a very good trade with the LAVs. This looks like it could be it again. Numbers are slightly unequal in AreKharak's favor. Just has to negotiate with this high ground here, but it can always be a, yeah, and he's still not getting ref. Oh hell! Oh, look at that ref mode. It's still difficult for skims to fight LAVs when they're on the high ground like this, because the LAVs have the range advantage. So For the skims, it's all about timing here, and this unfortunately is not the timing. They're kind of chasing in, allowing the LAVs to kite, but this hill might help them a little bit. Still though, it's like 3 for nothing, I think, so far. Carrier's in the fight now, but it's actually still not powered up. So it looks like AreKharak is just gonna look to grab a salvager here. He is gonna get one, so that's pretty nice. Check the units lost tab. I think again this tells kind of the whole story here. And VoidWarrior, no fear, he's gonna jump in there, but he doesn't win this fight. So this is kind of desperate. And by kind of, I mean very desperate. Still a little bit better focus fire could go a long way here for AreKharak, but he's definitely doing okay. Oh dear, it's a massacre. Uh-oh, things are getting political. Because for some reason, the virus is political. Man, I've got thoughts on that too, but maybe it's best not shared. Still, absolute massacre over here. That's definitely not a political opinion. AreKharak is just kind of getting whatever he wants right now. But we do have ref mode done, so that's nice. AreKharak needs a tech though, right? Either a tech or a second. Oh, look at that, a second PC. Yes, okay, this is what he needs. Still gonna be bleeding out so much on this base here. This is what I kind of call the meat grinder, because you're building skims just to kind of get fed into the meat grinder, you know what I mean? So this is a lot of units going down here. Just like, it's almost comical actually. Yeah, seriously though. Check. Look at the units lost tab. He's trading like 4 to 1 right now. Yeah, this is horrible. But he gets the probe. Nice. He gets the probe, so that really makes all the difference. Yeah, this is horrifying though. BC Fab coming out again. And this is because, you know, again, AreKharak is not really being punished at all, and so, well, not punished is even the right word, but challenged, you know what I mean? And so, like, these 4 LAVs have done everything. He doesn't need anything else. Use the smoke, by the way. Ah! Oh, I could have gotten the artifact there, but no smoke was used. And so AreKharak is just kind of building up. You know, he's not worried about, like, tech timings or any nonsense like that. Just, you know, just taking the BCs. So that's very good. Anyway, Soul Chip Fab coming out. That does make sense, because he's getting killed by these LAVs here, but AreKharak can't just stick in here anymore. There are more skims to challenge him now, but that's not going to do much against BCs, of course. We might just see a repeat of Game 1. That's true, that's true. He must have taken to heart what I said before. Because if you remember in that first series, he had his carrier like over here, between the main and the second. Yeah, we have that first BC on the queue now. So I break my neck real quick. Freaks my mom out when I do that. And just more LAVs, I guess. He's actually pop blocked. I think BCs take like 5 or something, so. I agree, yeah, I agree. If I would give him just one advice, though, it would definitely be what I had said before. You want ref mode early. Either that or you want to attack. So, actually getting ref mode before Skimmer Fab is good. And you might lose some games because you don't have the timing right, but, you know, you learn how to do it better. But that's definitely kind of the way it's done, so. If I could give him one advice, that would be it. Either attack or get eco. And don't worry about going in between. Oh, look at that, Railgun Fab. That's good, that's good. That's what he needs. This is a good adaptation from Game 1 here. Because last time he just kind of fell down once the BC showed up, but this time he might have something to answer it. And his army actually, if it weren't for the BCs, definitely looks bigger. So if he can get an answer for the BCs, then technically he wins everywhere else on the field, right? Still, that's a lot easier said than done. We'll see if AreKharak is able to just kind of walk this in, but... Oh, that's what you mean, crunch ankles like in Receiver 2. Oh, gosh. Anyway. Oh, look at that, carrier mobility. I love to see it. But yeah, if he can get some rails out. Oh, Honor Guard is probably not the choice here. I think he really just needs to build some railguns, but he may actually be able to answer these BCs at least better than he did last game. Thing is, Honor Guards aren't super good against BCs, but they do work against LAVs. Just you've already sort of got the answer in the assault chips. I wouldn't focus on getting too many of those unless your opponent is really doubling down on that. Gonna see the BCs now, so here's the window to cancel this and get rails out, but we'll have to wait and see if he does that. Looks like he's actually winning these fights, though. It's no ups on either player. Well, the BC is actually able to contribute a little bit more than you might think. Actually, quite a lot more than you might think. Oh dear, and these assault chips are really kind of feeding in here. They need to back out of this. Targeting Jammer is gonna make this really impossible. So that's 4th artifact of the game there for AreKharak gonna extract right now. And VoidWarrior is making assault railguns. This is not probably the best choice against BCs because they don't have the range to contest with them. So the BCs will always have the range advantage here, but assault railguns can do damage against them, so let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's a lot of Alpha Strike though. This is some big upfront damage right here from the BCs. And so as you can see, if these assault railguns are in range, they just go down super fast. Yeah, they sound like lightning. It's so cool. Oh no, he surrendered! Ah! We don't get to hear it. Oh. Well, that's too bad. Trust me, they sound really good from far away. I think I first noticed that in the game that Descaro was playing against Orbnet, where he had all the BCs fighting each other, but I don't know, man. Like, Honor Guards sound pretty good, but from far away, the Savant BCs, it's like, you know, it's such a cool sound. It really is like lightning striking. It's so freaking cool. Well, thunder, you call it, right? Whatever. You get the point. Thanks for watching. Let's move on to the next one.